Flight boss, bitch. Now that's the sun relationship with Mars. Now the sun relationship with Mars, right? Now the sun is your actions. What is Mars? Mars is your actions intent. Like say actions. When I say actions, I don't mean like actions and shit. Like I mean as far as actions of in your mind, the things you're into, like what you're into. You know what I'm saying? So things you act on. So say I like a Pacific cartoon. Say I like war. Say you like war, right? Then that's something you're into. So you may not necessarily be acting in a war, but wars is just what you into. So you may read war books, you may like war movies, or it's just on your mind. Mars is the ability to put it into action. So that's the intent behind the action. So wherever Mars at is what you're actually going to do, like what you're actually doing with your actions. You know what I'm saying? So that's Mars. Mars is the intent behind it. Mars is what makes you go for it. You know what I'm saying? Mars is the passion, the aggression, the fiery planet that makes you go for it. You know what I'm saying? That like say you say your sun sign is into music. So it act on things about music. It's into music. It's like music, like listening to music, reading about music, this, that, and the third. Wherever Mars at, Mars is going to help you do it. That's how you're going to do it. That's how you put it into actions. Not just your actions state, but putting it into action. So Mars is how you put it into action. That's just say like in a chart. I'm going to use me for an example. I'm a sun sign Aries, right? So what rules Aries? Mars rules Aries, right? So I'm gonna see what kind of how am I implementing my Aries energy. Now Aries we have energy, we could go all day, Energizer bunnies, right? Boom. Now wherever my Mars at, since Mars rules Aries, that's where I'm gonna do all the Energizer bunny at. Now my Mars is in 29 degrees Capricorn, which is a cusp between Capricorn and Aquarius. So where I'm doing all my energy at is building structure and foundation on an intellectual process for the world as a humanitarian. Boom. That's what I'm putting my energy into. That's the reason why I got a camera, which is the Capricorn part of my Mars, and then what I'm doing with the camera is communicating higher knowledge, which is the Aquarius part of my Mars. And I got a lot of fucking energy doing it. Boom, because I'm an Aries, and that's what my Mars is doing. So that's a good example right there, Mars. So let's deal with the Mars relationship with the sun. Now, Mars relationship with the sun. When you have a sun that's in trine with the Mars, then that means the shit you start doing is relatable to what you're into already. You know what I'm saying? So anything you into already, things that you act on already, Mars is going to help you do it. It's going to help you do it. So this could come across, stubborn people come across when they're triumphed up with their sun and Mars. You got stubborn people who don't want to do nothing else. They want to do what they want to do. But these people become trailblazers though, because they do what they do to the fullest, and people know them for what they do. It's not like, yeah, that's my nigga, he be doing that shit, but he could do that too. No, he do that shit, and that nigga, he's the best at doing that shit. That's when the trine comes into play, right? Now, when the sun is in a sextile with Mars, what happens here is, hey yo, these motherfuckers make you stretch out your muscles and bones and shit. Don't drink these motherfuckers. I don't even know why I'm drinking this shit. When the sun is in a sextile with Mars, what happens here is it's like see an opportunity into the actions. So say the sun is into music, right? But Mars is in a sextile. Mars may be cleaning up somebody's studio, right? That may be what Mars is doing. So the sun actually is gonna kick into, okay, well let me work here for a while and ease my way and start knowing people here, so I can ease my way until they start letting me record in here. Boom, that's the opportunity Mars will give your sun. You know what I'm saying? Mars will put you, like say your Mars is in Virgo, right? So in a workplace, then you working hard every day. You working hard every day, right? And then your sun sign is some, like, say is into music, like the sextile. Say your sun is in Scorpio, right? You know what I'm saying? And your Mars is in Virgo. So you working hard at this job every day, but you into music. Your sun sign is into music. Your sun is Scorpio. What happens here is you may not have time to sit down and do music, but when you working every day, you like, man, I'm gonna save this motherfucking money to get me my own motherfucking studio. So you save, eventually you end up saving a lot of money to buy your own mic and buy shit, and then you're able to record for yourself. So your Mars helps the opportunity for your actions. Your sun is into music, but your Mars is at a regular day, everyday job cleaning, but it's going to create an opportunity for yourself. It's going to be like, it's going to put things in your head that, man, I need to work here, get enough money so I can get this, I can get the screen, I can get the MacBook Pros and put them everywhere. I can get the microphone, I can get these programs and shit like that. Boom, 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 and that creates an opportunity with your actions and your action intent. So they're both sextiles. So it's an opportunity for both of them to get in. You know what I'm saying? To help each other out and bring it together. Boom, that's a sextile. Now when your Mars is in a square with your sun, then say same scenario. You at work every day, but your sun sign is into the music, but it's at a square. So say your Mercury, I mean your Mars is in Sagittarius, but your sun is in Pisces, right? I don't like to use that analogy though, because they both ruled by Jupiter. Let's say Sagittarius. Let's say Sagittarius. Say your Mars is still in Virgo, but your sun is in Sagittarius. So what happens here is, say your sun is in the music, but you're at work, working every day, hard. What happens here is, it's like a square. One is a burden on the other. You're gonna be like, damn, I wish I could really do music, but I gotta work every day. And damn, I gotta work every day, I'm getting money, but I can't actually put it into getting a microphone or anything because I gotta pay these fucking bills and shit like that. So that shit like that comes up and erupt and that causes a square. But if you keep that program in your mind and keep them thoughts, eventually you'll come up with the concept, well, let me just save a little bit of money every week and I can pay for studio time. You know what I'm saying? So it's still harder because you gotta pay for studio time every time instead of having your own. But at the same time, it still creates an ability, and then you may meet somebody who may be like, man, you may pay so much. This nigga might be like, man, you ain't gotta pay me no more, man. You can start doing free songs. You know what I'm saying? Just pay me a little bit here and there, and you can start doing free songs and shit. So that's what the square can do. You know what I'm saying? Let's use the same scenario for opposition. Let's say your sun is in Leo, and your Mars is in Aquarius. So what happens here is it's a tug of war. You either gonna want to work or you either gonna want to do music, and it's gonna be a tug of war. So these people may come across that they had a job, but when they had a job, they weren't putting no energy into their music, and then boom, when they quit that job, they ain't got no job or nothing like that. But now they putting all their energy into the music. So it's like a here or there type of thing. Like it's no in between. And anytime there is an in between, they're dealing with that inside, and it's like it's an everyday struggle for them. So that's the opposition or whatever like that. But remember, man, everybody's chart is a sum of everything that's in their chart. So how people work and misconduct work, you can't base one astrological relationship and think that's how you are. Like if you a person who has an opposition Mars to the sun, and then everything I said may not make sense, it's because it's probably other shit in your chart. But it's going to make sense to a certain extent if you knock out everything else and just apply what your Mars and Sun doing. That's why it's good to know what all these planets do specifically. So when you're in a Pacific situation and you feel a Pacific way, you know how to get to the Pacifics of it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's that for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a separate video for the quincunxes and the other shits that goes down with it, because I don't want to make these videos too long, because with this camera it holds so many so many gigabytes or whatever like that, that if I make the video too long, it starts separating videos and shit like that, and I have to do extra work just to upload it. So I want to make these videos as narrow as possible, you know what I'm saying, because y'all know I love to talk. Once I get into something, I don't know how to stop. So, you know, flight boss, bitch. Let's get into what's after Mars. Jupiter, motherfucker.